Hi guys, it's Avery Dawnside and welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be taking you guys along with me in my new barn at Goldenleaf Stables to show you and introduce you to all of my 10 horses that I currently own. I'm going to be explaining the role that each horse kind of holds because I have a wide array of lesson horses to personal riding horses and project horses. I'm excited for you guys to get to know all of their personalities, and I hope you enjoy this video just as much as I do. So I will see you in the pasture or in the barn for the first clip. Bye! So the first horse that I ever learned to really care for and love was the horse behind me, which is a Jorvik warmblood named Wild Shadow. Wild Shadow, also known as Chestnut, was such a wonderful horse and has a lot of spunk to him, but is also very laid back and timid, so he was great for teaching me all I needed to learn. Under saddle, Chestnut is a really well-behaved horse, and that's why when he's in the pasture, he kind of likes to get a little spunky and let go of all that pent-up energy that he's been saving for being such a good boy while I ride him. He also likes to play a lot with his friends in the pasture and is a very social horse, so you'll see him a lot grazing with other horses right next to him. And right behind me is Clover, who is also a Jorvik warmblood. Her show name is Sweet Clover, although she hasn't really participated in that many shows because she was my project horse for the summer, and I've been working really hard to train her to hopefully become a part of her lesson program when she's fully trained. She's quite green, so she likes to play in the pasture and is really excited when she gets to see other horses, but in these clips she's pretty laid back. Although her secret talent is every time I record her, she seems to notice and look directly at the spotlight because that is where she likes to be, and she is such a sweetheart. So next we are moving on to the horses that I use in the Dawnside lesson program that I run as an instructor. The first horse is Silver Hope right behind me, also known as Silver. He is the head of the racing program, and I use him in lessons to help riders learn how to become jockeys and learn how to ride a racehorse correctly, and he's super patient and really loving. Silver Hope did come from an abusive background, so he does have some quirks, but we use those in the lesson program to help teach riders that not every horse is going to be a saint, and you have to learn to build on these weaknesses and use them as strengths. So the next horse a part of the Dawnside lesson program is the one behind me named North Cloud, also known as North. Now North is an extremely crucial part of our lesson program overall because he is the horse that most riders learn how to first jump on. He's super lenient and patient and hardly ever refuses any jumps, and that is what makes him such an amazing teacher. He's really laid back and overall lets the riders learn what is right and wrong without getting them too flustered when learning how to jump a horse, which can be extremely scary, and his sweet, soft, calm demeanor really helps with riders when they're learning how to jump. Next up we have Marble Ice, also known as Marble, who specializes in training our riders in the Western discipline. We don't have a lot of Western riding in the Dawnside lesson program, but Marble Ice makes sure to make up for that because he is so great with the kids and the intermediate field. He's not super advanced because he doesn't like barrels or tight turns, but we're doing our best to work out his kinks and hopefully get him in a better place with that so that he can start working with advanced Western riders for the lesson program. Gray Rebel behind me, also known as Gray, is our top tier show jumper. He came from a very abusive situation, and you can kind of tell from his demeanor that he's a little shy and kind of aggressive towards people that he doesn't really know, but this is something great for the show jumpers and the riders to learn to be patient but also to push him to where he can be. He's such a wonderful horse once you get to know him and get comfortable with him, but at first glance he can seem kind of angry just because he had a lot of pent-up tension and stress from his last owner. Moving on to our dressage horses that I have in our barn, the first up is Midnight Belle, also known as Belle. She's really sweet with the horses and is kind of a princess with the riders. She's very patient but also is a wonderful teacher because she lets you slide by on your commands and your legs, but also helps you learn that some things just don't slide by, if you know what I mean. So she's really great for that, and she's such a wonderful dressage horse and has been in the program for years. second horse in our dressage program is the one behind me, named Big Promise, also known as Biggie. Biggie got his name from his personality because he has a huge, unique personality. He is a very advanced ride and takes a lot to control, as he's such a forward horse and takes a lot of practice and patience and knowledge to know how to make him look very vulnerable and graceful in the dressage arena. But once you get to that point with him, he is such a graceful and wonderful dressage horse. It just takes a little bit more to get out of him, which is why I usually put more advanced dressage riders on him for lessons, but he is a great teacher and really helps students push to their boundaries. Right behind me, I have Baby Nova, also known as Nova, who is the head and sole producer of our kiddie trail riding program. She works so wonderful with kids, infants, and toddlers that I put her in charge of getting them to know horses as their first experience. She's such a gentle giant and is so sweet and so soft to touch, so the kids really like her when they get to ride her. She has a lot of trust in her and whoever is on top of her, and I had a lot of trust with her when I first put a kid on her, and she just showed out in the best way, so that is why I put her in charge of this program, and she is such a wonderful, amazing horse for the kids to learn how to ride on. And last but certainly not least is the sole pony that we have in our barn behind me, Marble Maniac, also known as Manny or Maniac by the students here. Not a lot of people ride him because honestly, he's such a chunkster that he doesn't like to be ridden a lot and is very picky on who is mounted on him. So occasionally he'll go for a trail ride, maybe a lesson, but he doesn't really like jumping and is mostly a flat work pony. He definitely helps teach riders about stubborn horses and is a great learn for that. And those are the 10 horses that I have in my barn currently. They add for such a balance and such a wonderful family for myself and the riders that I train. But I am hoping to add another one to our family very soon. So stay tuned for that, and you can do that on my Instagram at Avery Dawnside SSO. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!